And I'm super excited tonight. We have 3 coaches who are going to be leading our call. I won't talk very long, but they had the opportunity to be in the JOB1 test group. So if you're brand new or just not really sure what a test group is, basically anytime a program launches, like think back to Let's Get Up or 9-Week Control Freak, JOB1, anytime a program launches, a few months before, they select a group of coaches to test it out for the first time in a group together. They get to work more closely with the trainer. It's just a really cool experience, and new coaches have the opportunity to earn a spot in that group if they are a success starter. And a success starter is if you're a brand new coach, you sign up and you hit Success Club your first not your first 3, but okay, I'm going to butcher this, 3 months out of your first 6 months of coaching. So it doesn't have to be the first 3 months. It used to be the first 3 months when I signed up as a coach. So they gave you 6 more months now too. You just have to, in those 6 months, hit it 3 times. And to hit Success Club, you need to help 3 people with the total solution pack. I'm trying to change my lingo. For so long, we've called it challenge pack, but now we're changing it to total solution pack. And these ladies have earned their spot. So we have Maggie coming to speak to us tonight, Maddie, and is Kirsten on here? Yes, Kirsten is on here. So I am just gonna, I think they started back in November. They started JOB1. They had an opportunity to go through it, hear really from Jennifer and work closely with other coaches. And I would just love if if you guys went around and shared your first year, just like your health journey, your story into coaching, and then your personal experience with JOB1. So whoever would like to go first, unmute yourself and go. Any takers?
I can do it. Maggie, I thought you would. Hi, everybody. I'm Kirsten. I have actually used Beachbody for like a super long time after I had my first daughter. She's 8.5 now. I started Beachbody. A friend of mine was a coach and I saw her doing it forever. It was back when we had to do buy DVDs for each individual program. So super old school. It's evolved a lot since then, but I've kind of gone off and on Beachbody since then. Had a couple more babies, so jumped in and out, but really the last 2 years, really jumped in with Beachbody and was super consistent with my workouts and saw the most change in my body. And then, gosh, it's been almost a year ago now. That's crazy. In February, it will be a year since I started coaching, and I just kind of felt a calling to do that. And I had never really considered it before until a couple of things happened where I just really felt like God was saying, this is for you right now. And you can speak into other women's lives and show them what it feels like to be healthy and well and to feel so good. So that's what I've been doing the last year. I had the opportunity to do JOB1 in November. I think the most amazing thing about it, obviously, is that it's 20 minutes and 5 days a week. I actually love that it's only 5 days a week because it kept me from getting burnt out on one program, which I think can happen. So there's 2 days a week where you could do something light for a rest day or just take a complete rest day. And then the other day I love to just pick a body program or a body workout or one of my favorite workouts from a different program or whatever. And it kind of just depends on how your body's feeling. Like if you really need to take it less intense or pick whatever you want. So I liked that it prevented the burnout. And then also she gives you a really good opportunity to use a bike, to do some bike workouts in it. So that extra day or two could also be plugged in with bike workouts. So it was I really like the 5 days. And then of course the 20 minutes. I think so many times I was running behind in the morning. But I was like, it's 20 minutes. I can literally cut 10 minutes out of I cannot curl my hair today and fit it in because it's 20 minutes. So, and that's 20 minutes from the time you push start to the time it ends. It's warm up, it's workout, it's stretching at the end. So 20 minutes. I love it because it's for beginners or experienced. So if you're a beginner, or if you're talking with people who are beginners, you're going to tell them it's 20 minutes, it's 5 days a week. Jump in, lift light if you need to, and then you can increase your weights. But always encourage everyone to push as hard as they can, because it's only 20 minutes. And then also there's modifications for every move. So if someone's scared of like an intensity, there's modifications for everything. So it's for beginner and then experienced people. And I was kind of like, oh gosh, like the 20 minutes kind of scares me. Is it going to be enough for me? But I think, like Dana said the other day, I know to trust the process of these Beachbody programs. And I felt myself kind of questioning that throughout the program a little bit. But in the end, when I took my before and after pictures, I was like, holy crap, it really worked. So you really just continue to trust the process no matter how you're feeling about it. And for your experienced people, the bike is the death of me. And for your experienced people, tell them to lift heavy from the beginning, like heavier than you think that you can. Start heavier than you think you can. You can always go down. Brooke, what size of weights? I have like the clicker weights. And so, I mean, for my legs, I was going up to like 30, 35 pounds, because I mean, it's only 20 minutes and you can always go down. So I would just start really heavy. For curls, I usually use 15. So I don't know, start heavy. You can always go down, but definitely you won't regret going heavy, because it's over before you know it. So, but anyone, beginner or experienced, like you have to push hard the whole time, every second. It's 20 minutes. So you can do it, like push as hard as you can and you'll get the most out of it. And then the other thing I think with the 20 minutes is that you have to follow a nutrition plan if you want to see good results from it. So pick your nutrition plan and plug into it. If we're obviously all coaches here, help your challengers commit to a nutrition plan before they start. Make sure they understand how to use the containers or how to use the 2B mindset, and then really help them and remind them to stick to that as much as possible. I am never 100% on my nutrition. I would say I was like 80-20 probably through JOB1, and I saw results with it. So as long as you're sticking to one, for the most part, you will see results with it. I think the thing I just encourage women is 20 minutes, jump in, show up, get it done, and then you're on with the rest of your day and it's over. So the other thing I like about it this time through is I'm adding in a little bit more, just because I wanted to, and I've been through it once. So I'm adding in some 30-day breakaway runs with the lift days, which I really like that it's 20 minutes. So then I can add in a little bit more if I want to. So that's just another option for more experienced people too. Okay. And then to hit Success Club, I think that was the other thing you wanted me to touch on, Brooke. I would just say be so super consistent in sharing on your social media and in person with people all the time. You don't have to be obnoxious and annoying about it, but they should know that fitness and health is super important to you through your social media and in your daily life and your conversations. And you should live that way too, so that people see that, because we're preaching that to people. So we need to live it too. And don't be afraid to have the conversations in person with people. So many times people have brought it up or talked to me about it. They can feel kind of awkward, but I just joined the conversation and was like, hey, yeah, if you want to join me, you should let me know or whatever. And if they said, oh yeah, maybe I will, then message them sometime and just be like, hey, I was thinking about that conversation that we had. Are you ready to join me? This is what we're doing. But I just think, like, take out the awkwardness, because it's something that we love. It's something that's super important. Share about it wherever you're at, social media, in person, everywhere. Another advice was set your intention for your business. Like, what's your intention? Is it to make the money? Is it to make your health journey better? Is it to inspire other people? Is it to, I don't know, what is it? But I would say set it and stick to it. And a lot of times I find myself kind of wandering from it or getting lost in what other people's intentions are. And it may not be mine for my own business. So I constantly have to remind myself to go back to my intention. And that's what inspires me. So then that pushes me to work harder of course, the women that I'm around also inspire me to do that, but just constantly going back to what my goals and my intentions are for my business and for my own health journey have helped me be inspired too. So I think that's all I have. I'll keep it short and sweet.
Kirsten, I know I saw Katie can you think of a current BB program to compare it to?
Well, I mean, Transform 20 for the time, but it's definitely not as intense as Transform 20 all day, every day, like that one is. I don't know. Maggie, can you? I really can't, because it's such a combination of like resistance bands, lifting, and cardio.
It's like all on its own. Like it's definitely new. Like there were days on resistance band days and I was like, oh, this is not going to be bad. And I would be sore for like 3 full days. And I know I messaged Kristen about it a couple times, like my booty was sore on one of those days. And I was like, it's been 3 days, you guys, 3 days and my butt is still sore. So yeah, it's definitely different.
I feel like she said a lot of the time too, is like, don't compare it to the other programs because like it's completely different. Like she said that multiple times, like throughout the first week, and it kind of caught me off guard at first because I was like, okay, this is different then, because I never done Transform 20 before, and then now I'm currently doing it, so it's like so different.
Right. And I feel like the way that you see results is different too. I mean, yeah, I guess I just didn't expect to see the results that I saw, but they will come if you stick to it and trust it. She knows what she's doing.
Awesome. Thank you, Kirsten. Appreciate it. All right, Maddie.
Okay, I can go next. I'm kind of like Kristen. I started probably back in like 2011, 2012 with like the DVDs. Like I still have Turbo Fire and Insanity. Those DVDs downstairs I refuse to get rid of. And then I kind of went away from them and then came back because obviously my gym got shut down. And so I needed a place to, work out. And I was that typical, I want to lose the baby weight. I want to, get fit this way. And I kind of was following programs, kind of not. Dana invited me to be in the group and I was like, yeah, sure, why not? I don't even know who my Beachbody coach is. Like it's some girl that got randomly assigned. So I'd rather be on your team than some girl I've never met. And then I remember 9-week Control Freak came out and that was kind of like my soulmate workout where I actually like took rest days. I looked into nutrition. Like I decided like, maybe I can't do it all on my own. I can't figure out my nutrition. I can't decide like working out 7 days a week is how you're supposed to do it. So I think halfway through the program, I thought like, I kind of want to coach. Like this program has been so amazing for me that like, I literally couldn't stop talking about it. And so, it was kind of like an aha moment that I was like, I think I can do this too. And I remember like talking to Dana back and forth, like, I don't know if I can do this. And she's like, yes, you can. And I was like, okay, fine, I'm just going to do it. And so I just did it. And I think I wrote my, like, this is what I'm doing post and I shared it. And then I put my phone away. And I think, it just kind of came naturally, like sharing stuff, telling people like how I felt, going about my day and doing all that kind of stuff. And it just, I think for a lot of people, because a lot of us are kind of in the same like boat, like we're stuck at home, we're moms, like we need this outlet. So I think it was good for that. But when Kristen hit the Success Club a month before I did, and we all kind of knew that it was going to probably be JOB1 because of that conference you guys went to, that was like the next one coming out. And I was actually kind of nervous because the old me would have been 20 minutes is not going to work. And I've gotten so much better to like trust the process and do what the trainers say, eat the way that, because I do portion fix, like I follow that. And I remember being like super excited because I had just done 645. And so I was like, if you can do 45 minutes for 13 weeks, like I did, just to get the tank top, because I was not going to quit. I was like, anyone can do 20 minutes. And I remember getting like through halfway through the program and just being like, oh my gosh, this program is going to be absolutely amazing. And yeah, it's hard to compare it to any other program because it is so different. But when we listened to her talk, she would come on live quite a bit in our bod group, and I'd catch it sometimes. She'd come on at really odd times. And then I would kind of see the replay a couple times, but she talked about like where she came from. She gracefully said that she left Peloton, but it kind of sounded like the reason why she left is because she wanted to do her own new thing. And she just kept saying, like Maddie said, like, this is totally different. Like, I'm bringing you something completely different. And I think a lot of people need that. And I agree with Kristen, like 5 days a week is going to make it not so people don't get like burnt out. Like I never felt burnt out after 20, like her day twos of each week are those hit days. Those are the only days where I was like, holy crap, I'm feeling it. Like kind of not like burnt out feeling, but just like really, I mean, she kicked your butt. And so I just think it's going to be a really great program for a lot of really anybody new, beginning. And like Kristen said, if you're new, just do what she says. Just lift the weights you feel comfortable with, but maybe push outside your comfort zone. And then if you're not new, like not everybody on this call, lift really heavy. I doubled up on resistance bands some days when it was squats or like these weird like leg kick out things that like worked your booty. Just double up on the bands. Push harder, try to get one more like thruster in. Like that's just kind of what I kept telling, and I just kept telling myself it is only 20 minutes. And she breaks down the moves in like 30-second increments. So I just kept telling myself like I can do this. And then in the test group, we didn't get any of the bonus, like bonus glutes or bonus anything like that. But I have like looked into them and they look really good. But I did get to try her bonus 20-minute bike workouts, and they are her Tuesday hit bike workout is also just as phenomenal. I think Dana accidentally did it today. It's phenomenal. I mean, like she's really, this trainer is really good. But yeah, so like I'm with Kristen, like I just ate my containers, I worked out, I hit my water goal every day. That was my main goal every day, was hit my water, and just like trust the process. Just do the 20 minutes, just get your sleep. Will it be the same? But no, I think she has 4, right, Kristen, 4 extra bike workouts. I think, yeah. And she makes them so they're Tuesday, Thursday, Tuesday, Thursday. And she said in the workouts, you can trade out her cardio days for a bike day, or you can add the bike day on Saturday if your body craves movement. Otherwise, but she does say, like, say Sunday, she's like, you have to rest. Like, no, don't work out. Which, believe me, by the time week 3 and week 4 hit, I was like, it's Sunday, sweet. Like it felt great to rest. But yeah, so I'm really excited because I feel like a lot of people can do this workout. Like postpartum moms, I think this is a great one to use to jump in with. I think, Caitlin, just because it's 20 minutes, like, and you don't, maybe, I know what it felt like to come back after maternity leave. I mean, it's been a while, but like your body isn't the same, which is fine. But you don't want to get defeated. Like I would not come back and tell somebody to try 645 or like Insanity or any of those workouts to come out with. I would say like, try Let's Get Up and JOB1. So I think that's great. And yeah, it's awesome that I got to sleep in a little bit longer for doing JOB1. But so, I mean, yeah, it's such a great workout. I would encourage everyone to try it. Because like she said, it meets you at your current fitness level and then you grow from there. So, and then for Success Club tips, just being a constant presence. Like I signed up a girl recently that I've literally been working on since April, and that like she flip-flop, like, oh, I want to, oh, maybe next month. Like I'm just too busy, and you just keep being a presence. And finally, like 2 weeks ago, she was just like, okay, fine. Like I'm doing this. And I was like, all right. Like I always tell them, I'm here for you whenever. I'm not going anywhere. So whenever you're ready, like I'll be here. So just keep sharing. Right. And it's just kind of like, you're kind of frustrated because you know how like this would be so good for them, but you have to have them realize that. So if you just keep being their light, like it's going to work out. And then also like kind of learning the hard way, your family sometimes will not be your target audience. But maybe your family is like friends, like my mom's friends, which is awesome. But again, just keep sharing. You never know. I have a couple girls that I literally was like, you know what, I got nothing to lose, but they keep viewing my stuff and liking my posts. And they signed up, and I think I probably would have discounted them earlier on just because I wouldn't think that they would like that. So just keep doing that. Just keep pushing. Like Kristen said, just set your intention for the month. Like just be present and just be authentic and be genuine. And I know it's taken me a while to kind of like, how do you like approach certain people, or how do you like when they say, yes, I'd love more information, without word vomiting on them, because you like want to tell them everything, but then you like don't want to like scare them because you're like, it sounds overwhelming, but I promise you it's not. But yeah, so it's just one of those things where if you just keep working hard and just keep showing up, like you'll get those people who, you literally see them watching your stories every single day, and they're on the fence, and they just keep like can't pull the trigger yet, which you're like, that's fine. But I always just keep saying, like, I keep writing their name down, and I don't know if Heart and Hustle has like a business tracker, but like I know that Dana has given us one, and I've really been like for the past 3 months, like every single day, like marking off my things, writing people's name down that I've talked to. Have I followed up with them yet? Or if they've said no, or I'll even go a couple weeks ahead to like remind myself to talk to that person, just because I think I would forget, because we all are busy. We all have children and work and school and all that kind of stuff. So, but yeah, I kind of can ramble on and on about JOB1 because I really like it. But yeah, I saw Brooks saying that, yes, I didn't want to finish 645. I wanted the tank top. Plus he's beautiful to look at, so it was fine. Yeah. I mean, it's a good program, and I think my mobility got way better, but it's just, I don't think it's a workout for every single person, which is fine. I mean, I think there's a lot of workouts there that are not, but JOB1 is definitely one of the good ones. Just because, and her ab workouts are, and she claims her abs are from JOB1. So,
I think even JOB1, I'm excited for like the fact that it's 4 weeks, because like that will fit in so well with like challenge groups too, of like, hey,
yeah,
this is only 4 weeks. Okay, get a group of like 3 ladies to commit that month, and then you can like share the results the next month and be like, we did this together, like let's start again in February, all right, let's do another round in March. You don't have to go through the whole year, but I think that's something really cool we can leverage, especially with like just every new month and challenge groups these first few months of the year, rather than it being 13 weeks. And it's like, okay, all these, because you guys know there's power in all doing a program together and going through the same day one together and every week together. So yeah, I'm just really excited.
Plus, I always tell like my girls in my virtual gym, like have like very small goals. Like I know you have really big goals, but like, I mean, they can be a year out, 6 months. But if you have a 4-week goal, like I'm going to finish JOB1, like it went by so fast. So like, I think it's a great program, because for people who have problems, like finishing things, sticking with things, like I think 20 minutes a day, 5 days a week for 4 weeks, I think people can stick with. Plus it's the holidays. Like we're all so busy. I mean, we're coming up on like 4 weekends in a row of just family stuff. So it's like, it's just going to get crazy. But, instead of breaking them down like daily goals, I mean, can you work out 5 days out of the 7? And I have a lot of girls who are like, yeah, I can do that. And for 20 minutes, cool. So I think that's just, it's easier to accomplish a goal, and then you feel more accomplished, and then you in turn are more motivated to keep going.
I love it. Like you said, you just got to talk about it, be a presence, because like people don't know about it unless you talk about it. So, all right, Maddie, you ready to go?
Yeah.
The last one.
I'm Maddie. When I started my journey, I literally had no idea what this was. My parents had done Beachbody in the past, but I never really connected the dots at all until I actually started. But they have tons of DVDs, and I started to do T25 when I like got out of high school because I just wasn't active anymore. And my confidence just wasn't there. And when the pandemic started, the gym started to close. So like I had nowhere to go. And I would even just walk into a gym and I'd be like, I don't know what I'm going to do. Like it was so busy all the time. And I was like that person that I didn't like to work out if there was a big group of people. So it was like, I'll just stay over here and I'll just do this today. Or like, I'll just run on the treadmill for an hour or something. And I would just do long workouts and think, okay, I just ate this, so I need to work it off somehow. I just had that negative mindset like in myself. And I felt like with being young, like I wasn't hesitant to join Beachbody at all. I actually just voted on Carrie's poll and then she messaged me and I was like, yeah, I want to do this. Like I had no idea what it was, but I started 21 Day Fix and I was not consistent at all. I maybe worked out 2 days and then I didn't work out again for like 3 days. And then I finally picked it up a little bit because I had something wrong with my hip at the time. And I was like, maybe this will help just strengthening it up. And after I got consistent with my workouts, like my hip, like I was good. Like it was just like bam, something. I went through physical therapy for 3 years. It never helped. And it was just crazy to me how just that little of 30 minutes a day, like changed my whole mindset and my mind. Like even like I was pain free. I always say this all the time, but like movement is medicine, at least for my body. Like it just like cured the things that I didn't know that could be cured that way. And I felt like when I started being consistent, more consistent, I was like, okay. And then I got into 21 Day Extreme and I was more consistent with that. And then once 9-week Control Freak came out, I was like, all right, I'm ready to coach. I don't know what lit a spark in me, but like, I was like, I want to do this. Like, I want to go all in and more for like to hold myself accountable. I felt like it was for at first, but then like I started sharing and I was like, if I can at least encourage one person a day, then like, I know I'm doing something. And I felt like I just had that calling in me, like, this is for you, just go for it. So I did. And I felt like that's when things started to change. And honestly, with JOB1, it changed my perspective even more because I was someone who wanted to work out for an hour. I had to sweat, I had to drip. Like, and so when I heard 20 minutes, I was like, okay, this is going to be very hard. But going from 6:45 to JOB1, I was like, okay, I just worked out for 45 minutes a day. Now I'm going to 20. Like, let's see how this goes. So I was like, okay. And then I started day 1 and I was like, I really liked that. Like, that was good. And then I got to day 2 and I was like, okay, she's not messing around now. And it was just like a progressive thing because with 6:45, I kind of slowly started to fall off. Like I really liked it, but it kind of got super long. And I was like, okay, I just don't want to do this now. So I finished 6:45 and I was like, okay, let's do T20 in between. So I started T20 in between JOB1 and 6:45. And I was like, okay, I can do this. And then I got to JOB1 and it was like, it just changed my whole perspective. And I always say that like, I was stuck in the 20-minute workouts. And I feel like when I've been sharing this, a lot of the girls I've connected with, they have been athletes in the past and they're like, oh, I can't do 20 minutes. Like I want to lift heavier. I want to do this. And I'm like explaining like, you can lift as heavy as you need. Like, it's just that aspect of like lifting heavy is always there. Like you can always move your weights up. Like you can always do this. And when I started JOB1, I was lifting like 20s. And then by the time I ended JOB1, I was like, this feels good. But then I just jumped over to Transform 20 again and stopped like lifting right now because I want to join my girls in January with JOB1. But like I always tell my girls that 20 minutes is going to get you the results you want. And I shared the results that I got from my program and they're like, we want to do this with you. And I was like, okay. So I was like, let's set a date because they're all in the middle of programs right now. And it's just crazy to me for me being so young, I felt like it was hard. It's hard for me sometimes to connect with people my age. I just feel like my mindset is in a different place than most people my age that are in college. So it's just, when I think about like presenting this program, it's like in a different way than like some of you guys would like. And it just means a lot to me, because I didn't know, like, me as a 20-year-old going to be, and now 21, like how much it would just change my whole mindset and just shift it all the way. And hold on. And like I said before, don't like comparing this program to someone else, to a different program. It's just hard to, like, I would say it's going to be like the new 21 Day Fix. Like, I would say that, or MBF. I feel like it's like a mix between the two. And I feel like it's just a really good starting program for a lot of people, because you have that beginner phase where you can modify, you can lift super light, or it can be an advanced program like Maggie said, and you can lift as heavy as you want, and use double resistance bands and do all of that. But she is super powerful. I feel like when she is in the workout, she's not wasting your time. Like, she's in there, she's ready to get work done and get you out of there. And I feel like that's what I like the most, because I like to drip sweat, and she had me sweating every single day. Like, I didn't even think I was going to on some of the days, and I was in there working my butt off, and it changed my whole perspective of 20 minutes. But as a coach, this always is like a hard topic for me, just because I'm like, when I'm younger, like, it's hard for me to connect with people. And when I do connect with people, it's hard. Like, I connect hard with them, and I always feel like I go all in. But like Maggie said, the word vomiting, I feel like I really do struggle with that. But I found my most success in following up with them month after month after month. And like, after I did that, I really noticed, like, people are watching me, people are engaging in my polls, engaging in my stories, liking my posts. Like, I'm going to connect with those people and continue to connect with those people and expand from there. And I really found it, like, once I have one girl on my team, she signed up with me, and then I went and looked at some of her friends that she like followed, and I was like, these girls would do awesome with us. And I started just connecting outside of like the people I've invited and that have joined me, because I felt like these people are really similar. They go along with all of like what this girl is doing on the team. And I just feel like they would be a super good fit for our team. And it's just, to me, I felt like the following up was just the most important for me month after month. And I just think, like I said in the beginning, like, when I first started coaching, my biggest thing was, if I wake up and show up every day and at least just inspire one person, or just help motivate one single person just to even get up off their couch and go for a walk. Like, they didn't even have to join me, but like, that was my goal when I first started. Like, it wasn't to build a team of 50 at the beginning of my journey. It was to wake up and know that I'm doing something for me and I'm helping make a difference with other people. And I feel like it just all began, like, for me, coaching in mysterious ways. Like, Success Starter, I didn't always just look at I wasn't looking at the numbers. Like, the numbers are there, but it was more of, what am I giving to these people? Like, and it was more of me, like, feeling it in the inside that I'm helping and making a difference in their lives.
Oh my gosh. Thank you for sharing that. I feel like I haven't really heard your story, Maddie, and that was really cool. And I would say for a lot of us moms, like, or at least me, I think back to college, just thinking of I would have saved a lot of heartache if I had this mindset and these workouts in this community. And of course, things are still hard. Life is still hard as you go through transitions, but to think like the impact that you can have on college girls, then leading into jobs and leading into marriage and babies, like, oh, it's just really, really cool to hear your story and the women you're helping. And I love the part of like going to the girls who sign up with you, going to their friends and being like, well, let's go get her. Let's get her signed up. Like sometimes I just focus on who signed up with me and just that. So that was a great reminder. I'm going to stop recording and why do I even do that? But